So lots and lots of chatter about lungworm at the moment, and I'm going to try and explain why very quickly. So this stuff falling on top of me is really important for lungworm to proliferate, okay? Rain. We didn't have a lot of it last summer, last back end, or this spring. And rain's job in the lungworm development cycle is to catapult it out of dung pads and onto pasture. Without rain, the larvae stay in the dung pads and don't get onto pasture. Our animals aren't going to graze them then, okay? They're not going to graze dung pads, so we don't get exposure to lungworm larvae. That's really, really important, because in order to maintain our full level of immunity to lungworm, and I'm even talking about mature animals here, you know, dairy cows, suckler cows, older stores, in order to maintain their immunity, we need constant exposure to it, okay? So what we're seeing now is that we're seeing older animals going down with lungworm or showing symptoms of lungworm infection. And because they're at about 2 months post turnout, the lungworm has had a chance to go through 2 full life cycles, and they've reached good levels or high levels on pasture that our grazing animals are starting to pick up lots of them, okay? Lung problems, why are they so big in cattle? I suppose one of the reasons is capacity. So I'm about 80 kilos and I've 6 odd litres of lung capacity to power that 80 kilos. Whereas a cow, so my suckler cows are over there behind the camera, they're about 700 kilos, they're too heavy, but they've only got about 13 litres of lung capacity to power all that muscle, to power all that tissue in that 700 kilo body. So very quickly those lungs can become overwhelmed. That's why we get so many pneumonias in cattle. That's why respiratory issues are such a huge problem in cattle. So in terms of dealing with lungworm, any anthelmintic is very, very good at killing it. So there's no reported resistance among lungworm populations to any of the drug class. So that's white wormers, yellow wormers, or clear wormers like ivermectins or acrylamectins. That's the dairy boron with a 0 milk withdrawal. Okay, so that's how we're going to treat lungworm.